To get on track at aceyourretirement.org.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you, bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook.
Fire in the hole!
And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
On Friday, an open mic event brought the community together to cultivate and create an environment, and I had the opportunity to join in. Here's the story. If you go to the second floor of the Pantico Dance and Fitness Studio, Vive by Design, the Arlington and surrounding community comes together to share their voices for a night. From written pieces to music, the Speakeasy is an event where creativity isn't censored nor judged. That's at least how co-founder and marketing junior JJ Eramunsale describes the open mic events.
Why don't we do something where it's a place where it's okay to speak, you know? A place where culture, creativity, the arts can really thrive and just vibe, and you get with like-minded people and just blow up.
The guest list has grown in size since the first event in December, and nearly 50 guests attended the third one on Friday, where more than 15 took the mic. Among them was social work junior Nizreen Salem, who returned to perform 2 written pieces that she says she received positive feedback for.
I think it gives a good idea that even if you're feeling that type of terrible way, like, you can turn it into something fun and everyone can relate to, like.
Signs of snapping and clapping are all ways the audience showed their appreciation.
You can hear it. It's alive, you know? We try to keep the vibe just constantly buzzing. It's a place where you should feel comfortable to say anything. Podcast co-host for the group, Sumeri Tobin, says the artist culture in the area has grown despite some challenges.
There's nothing that was really connecting us. Like, you live here, you know Arlington really ain't got much popping about it. So really getting events in this startup connecting the culture is a big step to making it an area where there's more lively things to do.
Members of the group took to campus Thursday for a pop-up show, advertising for their events.
For the joy of Arlington and Grand Prairie and Mansfield and Antigua and all the surrounding areas, it's smack dab in the birth of this renaissance where you have all these individuals, these young, hungry millennials who want more, who want an exciting time, who are looking to do more than just party, looking to more than just sit there, looking to create.
To get involved, one can sign up, wait their turn, and take the mic, or just watch from the audience. The Speakeasy offers discussion and gives opportunity for
creating a better tomorrow.
For UTA News, I'm Nick Tarrant. Open mic events are usually held on the second Friday of each month. To learn more about the Speakeasy, you can follow them on Instagram at SpokenEasy.
If you've ever considered auditioning for one of the UTA's choir ensembles, members of the a cappella choir say they can definitely find a place for you.
I really like about this choir is the care and concern that the members show for each other. It feels a lot like good community and family. We have somebody who's been sick in the hospital this week, and several of us were able to visit him. And so it's just, there's a lot of care and concern. There's a lot of camaraderie as we do things together. So Dr. Kinston French is an excellent conductor, and so it's good to sit under her leadership and to learn things that I can apply to my career.
I just love the family aspect of everything in here. Right whenever I came in my freshman year, not knowing anybody, it helped me really acclimate to college life and everything. Made so many friends, 50 friends, right on the first day, so it was really great.
There are 2 choirs here at University of Texas at Arlington. This is the a cappella choir, which is the premier chorus. The other group is under Dr. John Wayman. It's called University Singers, and both of those groups audition the first 3 days that school starts in August. We take auditions, and you can just sign up for a time and do it. I would say come try out, because we enjoy having people sing with us.
So just put yourself out there, and we can definitely find a place.
Yeah, nice work. Pretty good on that. We'll come back to that on Monday.
Auditions for next fall will take place the first 3 days that school starts in August, so be sure to mark your calendars if you're interested.
And that's all we have for this third edition of UTA News.
Be sure to tune in next week for more news and sports. Goodbye.
My name is Kevin Reese. I'm the athletic equipment manager for Ohio State football. Unload doesn't take too long with a bunch of hands, maybe a couple hours to get everything kind of set in place.
The 82nd annual Cotton Bowl preparation is underway here in Arlington, Texas. Although the temperatures are barely above freezing and players are getting warmed up, behind the scenes is where a lot of preparation goes before game day. Each team travels, unloads, and uses their own personal equipment, a physical task that must be done in an efficient way.
Yeah, so we take a 48-foot semi-truck and then a 26-foot straight truck to these bowl games to get all the equipment and apparel that we need from Columbus down to Dallas.
From equipment to weights, Kevin oversees much more than that, even the players' snacks.
Our nutrition trunk weighs the most, stacked with a bunch of snacks from Skittles to Pop-Tarts and Rice Krispie treats and everything that players need to be fueled, obviously.
With two teams traveling over 1,000 miles to clash head-to-head in Texas, a lot of preparation goes unnoticed.
I'm Todd Hewitt. I'm the Director of Equipment Operations at USC. I've got 5 full-time equipment staff members that are on the trip with us, and I also have 11 student managers. We brought some of our own weight equipment with us, and that's probably the heaviest thing we have. You know, it's fun being around the kids and the excitement. I was in pro football for a lot of years, but coming back here, there's nothing like the college game, because everything that goes on with the college game, that's what makes the college game so much more fun.
Yeah, it's just a great fun job. Obviously, I would say it keeps me young in terms of being around 18 to 22-year-olds and having student staff that help me out and kind of just doing a little mentoring to push people in what direction of getting into sports and getting involved and having a good time with it.
Policy. Also, we find out how the girls softball team did over the weekend.
And discover how a UTA student group celebrated Chinese New Year Sunday night. This and more coming up next.
Well, you think anybody would be able to tell besides you?
Yeah, I was like, I don't know.
Hello and welcome to UTA News. I'm Taylor Hetrick.
And I'm Madison Corda. Thanks for tuning in.
Scholarship season is upon us. While it can be difficult finding time to apply for them, reporter Juan Correa tells us how the process has streamlined the process by way of MAV Scholarship.
The Department of Communication is getting ready to look over scholarship applications for the fall 2018 semester.
We have 13 scholarships to give away this year. In some, we're giving away almost $50,000 in cash, which is a lot of money. We have majors or scholarships for every major here in the department.
Broadcasting live from the University of Texas at Arlington here.
However, students such as Sophia Williams have found trouble in applying for scholarships in the past because of the amount of time it takes.
If I'm going to do multiple scholarships, I have to do an essay for every single one, and it takes time away from other things I could be doing.
With over 900 students in the Department of Communication, there is only an average of 30 applications per scholarship.
We have had some trouble getting students to apply, so it's really important for students to go ahead and submit their materials if they're going to be a full-time student in the fall. It's always good for us to have a really big pool of students to choose from.
The university has created MAV Scholarship to help ease the process of students applying for financial aid. It can be as easy as getting onto the computer or picking up your smartphone.
Students only have to go to one place to look as opposed to department by department, so it's simplified that, and hopefully that'll make it easier for students to find the money.
The university hopes that the MAV Scholarship can attract more students to apply for upcoming scholarships.
I just hope that they actually send some applications in. It's a lot of money, and we don't want to let it sit there unused. We know there are a lot of students that could really use it and are deserving of it.
Juan Correa, UTA News.
If you are planning on applying for fall semester scholarships, the deadline is March 9th. Visit uta.academicworks.com for more information.
The UTA MAV's Courtesy Escort just got a new upgrade. Reporter Natalie Palacios has the story.
If you find yourself walking around campus late at night, consider using MAV escort services to get to your on-campus destination.
History major Meli Espinosa says that she used the service once but was not pleased with the wait time.
It's like really dark on the way there, so it's for the same reason, but I didn't use it again just because it took forever. It's kind of hard to always, like, you just have to stand there outside, and the whole point of like getting the ride is to not be outside.
Kinesiology major Chelsea Garcia says that she had similar issues when using the service.
There's times where sometimes I missed it. I missed the court thing, and I was like, oh.
This semester, the service has released an app where you can request and track your rides. One of the Parking and Transportation Services employees, Gotham, said that the app resembles Uber and is more efficient.
It works like Uber. You can just book a ride, and then it's going to show you who's going to come get you, and then how long it's going to take for them to come get you, and also what part they're coming in and where they're going to come and pick you. So it actually has like a pin drop on the pickup point and as well as the drop off point. So you know where exactly to come. And also, if the driver arrives sooner, say for example a previous ride got cancelled, and the driver comes there like 5 minutes, 10 minutes sooner than the ETA that's given on your phone, then the driver gets to like give you an alert. So as long as you have the app on your phone, it sends you like a notification on your phone so that you know that the driver's there, and then you can just go and if it's really cold, then if you're waiting inside, then you can come out and just take your ride.
Natalie Palacios, UTA News.
The service is free and offered 7 days a week from 7 p.m. to 3 a.m. For more information, you can go to the UTA Parking and Transportation website at uta.edu/PATS.
If you would like to build things and create new and unique projects, there is a place on campus that will let you do just that. Reporter J.R. Azucena has more on the topic.
The Fab Lab at the library is hosting a series of workshops focusing on general shop safety and the proper use of power tools, with the purpose of encouraging students to express their creative minds.
I just enjoy it. It's more of a passion. Some people like music. I just like building things.
In the past, these tools were only accessible to students enrolled in technical courses. However, the Fab Lab is making these tools available to any student on campus.
It gives students like me the opportunity to get stuff outside the curriculum that I normally wouldn't have access to, because like architecture students, they have their own lab. Well, I can't go use that if I wanted to. With this area back here, I can do that.
Students can learn how to operate machines like the ShopBot, which creates custom designs. Also like the plasma cutter that allows you to cut through metal, a compound saw, and other power tools.
The workshops are free of charge to students, faculty, and staff members. But before you can use the Fab Lab here at the library, there's some simple steps that you must follow.
You have to come to a general safety training to access any of the other trainings in the shop.
These safety trainings are tool specific and tend to fill up quickly. This is due to a cultural trend that has led to do-it-yourself projects and a high interest of students wanting to learn new skills.
More than any specific skill, I want the students to learn that they can do things.
J.R. Azucena, UTA News.
For more information about the times and dates at the workshop at the Fab Lab, visit fablab.uta.edu.
Coming up, we get an update on UTA softball and baseball teams. You're watching UTA News.
Well, Thomas, you've got pre-diabetes. But with more exercise and a change in diet, it can be reversed.
I've tried exercising. It just makes me hungry for bacon.
I love bacon, too. And who really likes to exercise?
Not me.
Me neither.
Nobody. So we're good?
What? Oh, you still have pre-diabetes. Big time.
Oh! Checking your fantasy league? Nah, just my 401k statement. Nice. Where'd you find the money for that? I've just been saving a little every month. I can't seem to save anything.
Well, what about all this? What about the money you're spending?
What money? It's gone before I can get my hands on it.
I got a pizza for a Todd.
Hey, can somebody spot me?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
It's 547.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
I'm Andrea Ayers, and this is UTA Sports. Softball had their home opener last week against Texas Tech and suffered a 12-5 loss. I was there to talk with the coach after the game.
I think tonight's game challenged us in a lot of ways, mentally and emotionally. I'm not going to say that we did a great job. It was nice to see that they didn't quit at the end, but it also brought out, a lot of things we need to work on. We had missed signals in there, a lot of mental mistakes that we only have one practice this week, so we're gonna have to fix that before we get on the road and fly down to Florida. So far it's going good. Tonight I don't think we're hitting our spots, with the pitching staff, and so like I said, we're gonna have one practice and we're gonna have to make sure that we try to fix those things, so when we get down to Florida that we can kind of turn around our performance from tonight. It has to be learning lessons. These are some of the things that we practice, but obviously I think we're going to have to really put a little bit more pressure on our hitters to be able to actually bring those runs in and just finish it. Tonight I think that was the one thing that we weren't doing a very good job. Our mental errors did happen when we're running at third base, and so we're going to have to really make sure that we can take that kind of pressure and really just score the runs when we have the opportunities.
We didn't just give up in the end. A lot of teams just shut down. I know there was a lot of innings that we could have come back and scored a lot more runs, and there was a lot of innings on defense where we could have shut them down early. But I'm proud at the fact that we kept our pride up, and in the last inning we still scored runs. We didn't just give up and shut down. That just shows a lot about the team. It just shows that no matter what the score is, we're going to fight every at-bat and every inning and every pitch. I was just really proud of the team for finishing that way in the end, for scoring more runs, because I think we could have done it a lot more throughout the entire game, but the fact that they didn't just shut down and we didn't just shut down at the end of the game just shows a lot.
To see the upcoming softball schedule, go to utamavs.com. Baseball also had their first home series this past weekend against the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders, but they suffered a 2-1 series loss. I was there after the win to catch up with the head coach.
Well, we needed it. We didn't feel like we played real well yesterday. I thought we came out and swung the bats really well, and luckily it was enough. We kind of fell asleep after that, but we played good defense and pitched it well out of the pen. Ponos didn't have his best start, but he got us into the fifth, and I thought Gooch and everybody that came in after him did a great job.
It was a surreal experience. I just really enjoyed myself out there. I tried not to put too much pressure on myself and knew my teammates behind me would do what they do best, and that's what we did, and we got the W today. Dylan Schneider came in after me and just did what he's done since he's been here. I've just seen him, and he just throws strikes and pounds his own, and Adam then came in and just dominated those righties and the one lefty he faced. And,
oh boy.
And they just got it done, and that's what they usually do.
Well, yeah, we've been waiting. He's been waiting, and it was good to see him get out there in some game competition, and he can play a key role for us. He's going to be a good one for us, and like I said, we beat a really good arm. Hernandez is a good arm, and I think we were a little fired up for the challenge. And then after we got him out, we kind of just give them credit. They shut us down. I just felt like we didn't step on them enough. But come out tomorrow and try to win a series.
To keep up with the baseball team, you can follow them at the Twitter handle UT Arlington BSB. After the win on Saturday, UTA Athletics hosted a first pitch fundraiser for the baseball team.
Thank y'all, and as Derek said, on behalf of the entire university and certainly our athletic director, Jim Baker, we just wanted to take a moment and say thank y'all for coming out. Thank you for supporting our baseball program and the coaching staff. I know they really appreciate it. If you haven't seen on our website or heard, really UTA Athletics is about four things: about educating, serving, leading, and competing. And our student athletes do a great job of doing that every single day, whether it's in the classroom, in the community, and certainly on the field. Today is about them. And we are here tonight, obviously, to celebrate them, recognize them, but also raise some funds to help the baseball program when they're out supplementing their budget. So when you look around, if you'll look around them real quick, when we get to the auction items or the silent auction, just keep these faces in mind, because all the money raised today, whether it's through the tickets, the silent auctions, or the live auctions, is going to go back and support these guys. And we, as the athletic department, would not have a job without y'all. We are very proud of all that y'all do. And thank y'all so much, the student athletes. Well, it's a little awkward talking after you've already played a couple of games. I'm really glad we won today. It would have been really awkward sitting up here if we hadn't. But very excited. how it goes. And sometimes it just, in a 56-game schedule, it takes a little while to kind of figure out roles and get everybody to settle down a little bit, including the coaches, and just settle in and play. And that was one of the things we did well last year, was we didn't really have a lot of other choice. We had 12 position guys healthy, and we went with it and made most of it.
Clean.
I'm waiting for the rinse cycle.
Separate. Cook. And chill.
We chipmunks are notoriously tidy.
Check your steps. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
Marvel's latest movie, Black Panther, was released in theaters this past weekend. By the end of today, the movie is expected to bring in about $218 million in the box office. Reporter Nick Tarrant is live with the student to get her reaction after seeing the movie Thursday night.
Hi guys, I'm here with Public Relations Senior Christian Burno, who saw the movie on the opening night last Thursday. Christian, how excited were you to see this movie?
Super excited. It was a huge cultural experience, and for someone who doesn't watch Marvel movies that often, it was super awesome to see. Yeah.
What characters in the movie were you looking forward to? I know it was a star-studded cast. Was there anybody specifically that you were really just excited to see?
Well, Michael B. Jordan, because he is super fine, but all of the women in the movie really took center stage. So Angela Bassett, Lupita, Diana, those are all really prominent characters in the movie. So they're the reason you should go see it.
And why was this movie so important? I know there was a lot of hype about it coming up to the release of the movie and how people really wanted to see it. What was important about the movie in your opinion?
Well, it was just really nice to see a black story told from a black perspective, even though it was set in a fantasy land that doesn't really exist. It was really nice to see an authentic story being told. Those are conversations in the movie that happened in real life, and everyone that was involved in the movie that could be black was black, from the costume designers to the set designers to the directors to the writers and the producers and the actors, which made it feel really real. So that makes me excited going forward to see more stories told like that for other black people and other disenfranchised people of color, Asians, Latinos, Hispanics, Native Americans, LGBTQA people. Hopefully this is going to be the push that gets us all there at some point. So yeah.
Well, I haven't seen the movie yet, but it sounds really exciting. Do you think I should see it this weekend?
Everyone should go see it. Everyone go spend your coins on it. It's going to go awesome, and you're going to be a part of this whole conversation that me and all my friends and my family are. So go see it.
Well, it sounds like a good one. Madison, Taylor, back to y'all.
Thanks, Nick.
With February being Black History Month, reporter Corey Mose illustrates what it means and represents.
Black History Month was established in 1926 by Dr. Carter G. Woodson, who is known as the father of Black history. He and his fraternity brothers, Omega Psi Phi, began what was called the Negro Achievement Week. He chose the month of February because it fell between the birthdays of Frederick Douglass, the great abolitionist, and Abraham Lincoln, who was assumed to be the great emancipator, but he really was not. He was a politician trying to win a war.
So basically what Black History Month means to me is for a way I can look back and review on how far we came from the hardships and how we always fought for something better.
Black History is a month to celebrate the greatness of black people, the greatness of African people, because we don't hear it in the classrooms. It's not taught properly any time during the year. So Black History Month must be celebrated.
Due to slavery, we have pretty much lost our history. A lot of us don't know originally where we came from. I don't know what part of Africa that I would be from. So seeing how that part of our history has been stolen from us, it's more so remembering the history that we do have.
We live in a society where black people are told, forget about your history. It happened a long time ago. Forget about slavery. It happened a long time ago. But our Jewish brothers and sisters say never forget.
The Shorthorn has a 4-part series running throughout February in recognition of Black History Month. Check it out at the link below.
Friday Night Films is something special that UTA provides to students that is a fun, cheap, and safe way to have fun while being with friends. Located in the Rosebud Theater in the H.E. Hereford University Center, and during the fall and spring semesters, UTA brings a variety of movies to campus to let students have a relaxing evening out. And who doesn't love a good movie? Before you can buy or rent that movie you were anxiously waiting to see, UTA brings them to life here on campus. Showtimes are Fridays at 4 and 8 p.m., and the cost for a movie ticket is $3 cash and debit credit card accepted. To purchase a ticket, go to the Rosebud box office. The next film will be Coco on March 2nd. For a full list of dates and movie titles, please visit www.uta.edu/excel/events. Coming up on UTA News, we hit the streets to test students' knowledge about President's Day and get an exclusive look at one Chinese New Year celebration. You're watching UTA News.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day. I have no time for this. So.
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday.
Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Today is President's Day, which is recognized on the third Monday of every February, and in celebration of the national holiday, I asked students about their thoughts with some President's Day Q&A.
What do you know about President's Day?
I think we were off school for President's Day in high school. That's about it.
It is a holiday because it's supposed to express its opinion and give our president a national holiday.
Day for Presidents Appreciation.
But I've heard like it's really fascinating. And
I know that President's Day is a holiday where we pay tribute and respect to all the former presidents of the United States.
President's Day is also known as which U.S. president's birthday?
Theodore Roosevelt.
I don't know that.
No, actually.
No. George Washington?
Correct answer, George Washington. What food is commonly eaten during President's Day?
Do you eat food on President's Day? Pizza?
Something vegetarian?
I have no idea.
Hamburgers and hot dogs.
I think turkey and ham is eaten commonly on President's Day.
Correct answer, cherry pie. In what year was President's Day first established?
I would say 1980 something.
1953.
1787.
President's Day was created on February 17th.
Correct answer, 1885.
We celebrate President's Day to honor the incumbent president along with past presidents. Interestingly enough, according to the federal government, only Washington's birthday is recognized for the holiday. Happy President's Day.
UTA's enrollment numbers are up by almost 1,000 students compared to spring 2017. Reporter Marta Lopez tells us why enrollment increased and which college showed the most notable increase.
With almost 43,000 students selecting UTA as their university of choice, a 2.4 overall increase was seen as a record high from last spring to now. Dan Garcia oversees strategies and efforts for recruitment. He credits the individual college's outreach efforts as a reason students gravitate toward UTA.
We know that the colleges and schools are out recruiting. They're doing a fantastic job, and when students visit directly with faculty and advisors, they're getting a much better picture of what education here is all about at UTA.
According to census data released by the university, the College of Nursing and Health Innovation had the biggest increase in terms of enrollment. Nursing students must apply to the college after their first 2 years of basic nursing courses. The college admits about 140 of its 400-plus applicants every year. Students like nursing junior Olga Okudaso really appreciate the supportive nature of the nursing school.
Student Success Center that supports us if we don't do good on a test. They recommend us to CAPS if we're having emotional problems. And generally, the students are just so helpful. Like, if I have a problem, I have friends in Senior 1, Senior 2, and I can ask them questions and just like find out more about the classes. So it's a really supporting environment.
Nursing junior Kiara Bizzo says UTA nursing students receive real-world training in off-campus hospitals, what's known as their clinical rotations, when they're admitted into UTA nursing school.
I'm learning new things, and every single day I learn things that can help me help other people, and that's my end goal. So.
In addition to the College of Nursing and Health Innovation, the College of Social Work and the College of Business also saw a notable percentage increase in enrollment. The total population is expected to exceed 60,000 students by the end of the year. UTA News.
In addition to a record increase in enrollment, UTA is also ranked #1 among national public universities for graduating students with the least amount of debt in the U.S. News and World Report Best Colleges 2018 list.
In 2018, the first day of the Lunar New Year was on Friday, February 16th, initiating the Year of the Dog. UTA held its annual Chinese New Year festival yesterday. Reporter Lauren Ailes has the story.
Chinese New Year is one of the world's most prominent and celebrated festivals, with the largest annual mass human migration in the world. UTA's Friendship Association of Chinese Students and Scholars hosted their annual Chinese New Year festival yesterday. It showcased multiple entertaining performances, along with interactive games which covered facts on Chinese culture and traditions when it comes to their New Year. President of the Chinese Student Association, Junie He, shares some traditions that are followed the day before the Chinese New Year in order to rid yourself and family of bad spirits.
So for the Chinese New Year, we have a lot of tradition to do it. Like before the New Year day, we have to clean the house. For me, I have to cut my hair. So, cause in Chinese, hair means cause it's black, it means bad thing. So if you cut it, means the bad thing gonna go away, and then the good thing gonna come to you.
Kinsley Lang helped out with UTA's Chinese Festival and says he enjoys the Chinese New Year for the relaxation and quality time with your loved ones.
China there was a farming, it's a farming country. So the whole year we have to working every single day, but only on the New Year we have 3 to 5 days. As for relaxing, go back to your hometown, visit your parents, stay with them. So that is a very meaningful day for Chinese culture.
Senior student Lin Jin Yan was the art director for the UTA Chinese Festival and shared with me her favorite activity when the new year comes around.
For me, it's writing calligraphy and sending it to my friends and families and make them happy and feel like lucky and for the next coming year. Yeah.
Tied to the Chinese lunar calendar, the festival is traditionally a time to honor household and heavenly deities as well as ancestors, along with bringing family and friends together for quality time. Lauren Ailes, UTA News.
2018 is proclaimed to be the Year of the Dog, meaning this year you may see people fighting for the causes they believe in.
This influence could also manifest itself as large-scale political movements or something as simple as local community work and small acts of kindness. This has been UTA News. We thank you for watching. I'm Taylor Hetrick.
And I'm Madison Corda. Catch us next Monday to hear the latest regarding the UTA campus and community.
Well, this hat got started in 1974 because the first hat I bought in 1966 fell apart. I started collecting pins then, and I collect a pin from everywhere we go play a team or a bowl, or if it just says Ohio State on it, I collect it and put it on. I graduated in 1966. I try to go to as many games as I can, yes. This hat got 4 pictures taken, just walking around. People said, "Oh, I like your hat, I love your hat. Can I see your hat?" I had somebody try to count one time and they lost count at 80.
and learn tips for staying healthy for the rest of the season.
We also roll into the PE building gym and speak to some members of the Movin' Mavs wheelchair basketball.
It's just washing my hands whenever I touch a door or a very communal surface.
Nursing major and pharmacy technician Alyssa Reyna says that the number of cases of flu has increased since last year. So how can students try and prevent from catching the virus? Daily hygiene and getting the flu vaccination before the flu season starts.
You can still get the flu shot. That's something that we typically start giving or recommending people get in October.